It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fracked.
It's time I had some time alone.
I miss bands like REM, man. Local. They're from Athens, Georgia, baby. Represent. Same with Collective Soul. Whoa.
I'm way more.
Never let your light shine down.
I'd be way more proud of one of those than the other, but I mean, whatever. I'm sure Nick Mueller's in the chat. He's. I mean, I don't think he'd want to tell everybody this, but he's the biggest Collective Soul fan there is in the entire. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. He's
come on and shine.
He's gonna be so mad at me. He's not that big of a fan. He's just like, they're okay. All right, let's start this. This is PSVR GamesCast Live, where we film live every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6:08 p.m. My name is Brian Powell from this channel right here, PSVR Without Parole. You think we're late? No. This is just the new schedule. And to my right...
Show up when we want to, baby. AJ. We don't play by your rules.
AJ from The Underground, PSVR Underground.
What is up, Brian? What is up, GameCats? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I hope you all have been doing tons of fracking humping. And and I hope you continue to hump a lot throughout the weekend.
Lasts longer than your fracking. Just saying. Also, yeah, we got some cool swag in the mail from End Dreams today. Like, this is nice. I love this, man. It's like, it's got a little pom-pom thing on the top. It's like old school. I haven't worn a winter hat like this in forever. It's also the middle of summer. Not really sure if this is appropriate. But you get the End of the Fracking World shirt on.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to End Dreams. Thank you guys so much. Jimmy Bowers over there. Rock star. And yeah, just to the whole team. They sent us a really nice care package. So more devs. Be like End Dreams, please.
No. It's okay. I got a package from Shell Games yesterday too. I Expect You to Die 2 care package. I guess they only sent like 50 of them out, so I should feel really honored. But I'm just like, where do I?
I don't know if I want a care package from Shell Games for I Expect You to Die. Like, I mean, is it like a cigar that blows up in your face? Like,
there's a donut in it.
don't eat the donut is all I'm gonna say.
Don't eat the donut. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised it wasn't ticking. Right?
Yeah, for real.
Good. Yeah, guys, a little bit of housekeeping. Make sure that you. I know, Flame Hat. I'm disappointed that AJ is not wearing the frag.
Well, I'm glad I didn't because you're wearing it.
I was hoping all three of us would show up wearing it, but that's.
I honestly didn't have a clean shirt, so thank you for clothing me and dreams. Please send more.
Delirium Juice says, Brian, nice trailer quote. That was a funny one, man. I remember Jimmy sent me a message. He goes, hey, man, can we use a quote of yours in the trailer? I said, yeah, absolutely. What's the quote? And he said, like, mind-blowing or something, absolutely mind-blowing or something like that. And I said, that's awesome. When did I say that? I didn't even remember.
The game is mind-blowing, man. The game is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Apparently, I said it during the interview I did with him, which you can watch on the channel too. But yeah, It's always funny to be like to be the day after, a couple of days after review, and be like, yeah, it was it was a great game with a few flaws, and then you see your quotes as absolutely mind blowing. You're like, yeah, okay, it is, sure. Guys, make sure you join our Discord if you haven't already. Click that link in the description. Make sure you hang out with us. This conversation happens 24/7. Guys, we already got a tip from Donatello the Scientist Game Cat. $10 in the chat. Says Sunday multiplayer meetup game. Tetris Effect Connected multiplayer for August 29th. The survey is live in Discord. Games included Alvo, No Man's Sky, and Battlezone. Vote now. So this is how they're doing. This is great. I kind of forgot this is what they were doing. There's a vote for the following week, right? So everyone has plenty of time to vote. But for this week, it's Tetris Effect Connected, and then you guys can vote on what the multiplayer meetup game will be for the following week. That's pretty cool.
Get out and vote.
It's super important that you vote. So that's great. And also, Donnie runs the question of the day. So like, constantly gives me every single day that I wake up. I always head to the Discord and I look and see what question Donnie's posed for everybody. It's like good conversation starters and stuff. But plenty of reasons to be over there. If you want to be on that Patreon, scroll down below and support the channel and keep these awesome lights on. See how awesome they are. Patreon.com/withoutparole games. Man, we've got a lot to talk about today, AJ, don't you think?
We do. We have a lot of awesome news, some surprise breaking news right before the show even. But first, Tetris Effect Connected, the weekend multiplayer meetup game, dropped today. And yeah, we had a chance to participate in the beta earlier last month, I think it was, and got to check it out. Tetris now has an official multiplayer mode.
And it's so surprisingly, for some reason I thought that when the beta dropped, it was just a few of the modes that we were going to get. I think it was all of the modes, right? And but now they've been a little bit more refined. Everything works a little bit better. I played a lot today. I didn't experience any crashes or I didn't even have any wait to play with anybody. So it seemed like there were a lot of people out there playing today. Did you get a chance to play today?
I did, and I got my ass handed to me on a silver platter.
Same.
And I don't even think they were like super experts, but they were much better than I was.
Yeah, I did. Sorry, tornado's tearing this place apart. When I played during the beta, if I wasn't playing against you or somebody that I knew, then I was getting my butt kicked by expert level players, like to the point where you're just like, what, how are they even doing this? Like blocks were falling and being placed before you could even comprehend what blocks they were, and it was mind-boggling. I was like, this expert level players are crazy. But the people I played against today, exact same story as you, they were decent, like they were good, and I could see them playing, and they were doing the same things as me. They were just doing it slightly better and slightly faster. And so I held my own for a few minutes, and then like boom, 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 boom. And I was like, oh man, they really set me up and just like took me down. But it's so
the
much
way to
fun.
go. Yeah, the new modes are amazing. The way to go is connected. If you suck at Tetris, play the connected mode, the main feature. Don't do any of the versus stuff unless you're like playing against friends and stuff on your level. Because the connected mode, it's you and another player versus, actually, is it three? Versus the AI. Yeah, it's three players.
Total, right?
Yeah. So it's more of a co-op thing. So I highly, highly recommend you do the connected mode instead of the versus stuff if you're not very good. But this is the thing, guys. Play against people better than you. It will make you better. Even if you lose every single time, it will make you better at games to play with people better than you.
Yeah, that's true. It's absolutely true. Although it's also not all that fun to just have your ass handed to you over and over and over. I like the back and forth, man. I like when I win one, I lose one, I win one, I lose one. Right. And then but when I just lose, like, but man, they really, I mean, they really could have charged for this update, because it feels almost like a brand new game. I gotta be honest, I didn't even put on the headset today to play it, because I was just like, I didn't want to get out of bed, and I saw that it updated twice in the last day, I think. And so I don't know what the second update was all about. Maybe just like some bug fixes and stuff. Bugged. And I was like, man, I don't want to get out of bed, but I do want to play some Tetris. And so I just kind of rolled over and grabbed my DualShock and played from bed, which might be part of the reason I wasn't so good. But, I'll take any excuse I can get. There's a couple of tips I got to get in the chat here. First is from Gatorade23, the H2O despising game cat. God, we really need to give you a shout out on a Friday show. $10 tip, doesn't say anything. Appreciate you. If you have something to say, let us know. Kill Artist 1.
I'll say it for him. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Water sucks. There you go, Gatorade.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got this, man. Just move along.
I'll just move along. Nothing more to see here. Kill Artist 1, the Dreamweaver game cat, with the $5 tip, says, hey guys, you have no idea how great of a distraction this is for me. Not to be a downer, but my dad is not doing well. I need GameCat support for him. Everybody pause out. Show some love. Kill Artist 1. We love you so much, dude. And we hope everything turns around. It's never an easy time. So I'm glad we can be a distraction. We definitely know we hear stories all the time from different cats and stuff that they're going through. So much love, man. Much love.
Always here for you, Kill Artists. Man, rain, shine. We're always gonna try and bring a make your day brighter, man, and you guys make our day brighter too. So thank you as well, man. It's a community effort. We have the best community ever, especially when it comes to VR, PSVR. It's nothing like it. So thank you for being here, man. And yeah, kick back. Let's have some fun, and best thoughts and prayers to your dad, man. And hope for a speedy recovery as soon as possible. Let's fucking do this.
Let's do this. And speaking of let's doing this, let's move on to our next news story. I think Connected. I was gonna say we talked quite a bit about Connected during the beta, and like I said, shockingly, it's not any different really. It's just slightly more polished. So, go forth and play. It's never been worth it more than it is now. Talk
Absolutely.
to me, AJ.
Our next news story is about a game that I think came out kind of recently, and it's called A Township Tale. And it's basically, this came from via Upload VR, and they said A Township Tale devs want a PSVR version. And they say Alta, the developer behind the popular online VR game A Township Tale, wants to see the game come to PSVR. The teams said as much in recent interview with MCV. Quote, we would love to release A Township Tale on PSVR and other VR platforms / storefronts, the developer said. So Township Tale released on Quest 1 and Quest 2 last month. So PSVR version certainly seems plausible. And we'd definitely like to see the online RPG come to the upcoming PS5 VR headset, where it could take advantage of the console's improved horsepower.
Whoa. Nice. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not familiar with the Township Tale because I just haven't had a chance to get on my Quest and play it. But now that I know that it's something I should be paying attention to, maybe I'll download it. So give you guys a heads up. It's a $10 game. So don't expect oh my god, this is like fucking $60 JRPG goodness. It's as you can see by the trailer, it's a little bit a little bit reined in, a little bit more simple. But it's got some really great ratings on the Oculus Store. If I can just read this to you real quick to give you an idea of what to expect. It says, band together with your friends and explore a forgotten world. See, already multiplayer, right? Get online, play with your friends.
8-player multiplayer.
And that's amazing. To get into a JRPG style game, or even just an MMO style game, whatever. It's been so long since we've done anything other than racing, really, right? With that many people. I'm trying to think of other games other than racing. But anyway, explore a forgotten world filled with adventure, danger, ancient secrets. Discover an abandoned town that you will turn into a sanctuary in this wild, untamed land. Become blacksmiths, warriors, miners, and woodcutters as you build up your town and gear and prepare for your next adventure. Journey across a vast medieval world filled with mysteries and ancient secrets. So this sounds amazing, and for $10, it sounds really amazing.
Well, so this is the thing. This game is very divisive, and this is why I find this game so interesting more than anything else, because it supposedly is 8-player multiplayer, and it is physics driven. And the thing is that there's a lot of crafting in this game, and from what I can tell, I haven't looked deep into it, so I could be a little off here, but for the most part, from what I'm just reading from comments, there's a town where you start out and you start crafting and building stuff, and it kind of sets it up like an open world MMO RPG, but then it just stops there. Mad Max, our buddy, who I saw on Twitter earlier, said, he was like, oh, I'm playing the tutorial. This is absolutely amazing. And then like an hour or two later, he was like, wait a minute. No, he was like, that was it, guys. Like, he was like, I stopped because after I got through the tutorial, it was like, that was all that there's left to do. So it seems like this game has a lot of growing to do. But from what I can tell, there are already people that really, really enjoy it. And then there's those that also are like, want it to be a fully fleshed out adventure.
Yeah, I mean, and that's perfect, man. If somehow they can, if this is selling well, and if they manage to get it onto other platforms, and they have cross-platform support, this is one of those games that seems like it could be, it could just keep growing and growing and growing. But that is a shame that it seems like it has so much potential, and there's just not a lot there yet. Again, for $10,
some people enjoy it. Yeah, $10 sounds like a good deal, and some people seem like, even our boy Juice. The Juice is Loose, just incredible VR. He said it was really fun for a week before he got bored of it. So $10, Yeah, $10 a week. That's not bad.
It's two very different stories we're hearing. Tutorial.
Yeah. That's why I'm so intrigued by it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so intrigued by
I'm
it.
fucking downloading it tonight, man, on my Quest. I will play the fuck out of this for the tutorial or a week and see what happens. I also want to give a shout out to a couple people in the chat here. TheWolfeCraze with $100. Fucking crazy generous. And he says, just because. Thank you.
Because.
Yeah. Very,
because.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
WolfeCraze.
WolfeCraze, man. Keeping the lights on here, man.
Keeping
like I said, it doesn't matter. Rain or shine, snow, blizzard, whatever, storm, riots in the streets. We will always be here for you guys, and you're always here for us as well. So appreciate you, man. Love you, dude.
Speaking of Mad Max, don't the Game Cat Avenger, wow, got a $5 tip here in the chat. It says best community ever. Yes, you got me through my dad getting sick and passing away. Sending Ninja Slice love and prayers. And it's so fucking loving. I love it. Beautiful.
You guys.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Mad Max.
Didn't expect to have like this heartfelt episode today. It was just like,
I know, man. Well, appreciate you, dude, and yeah.
And also, I want this is specific to Mad Max, but also to any other cats out there who've sent me any like private messages, personal emails, DMs, anything over the course of the last 2 weeks. I'm so far behind. I'm a week behind getting back to developers. So like I'm really apologize if you've sent me any kind of message and I haven't gotten back to you. I love all of you guys, and I just really suck at managing my time. I'm sorry about that. All right, so this looks fun. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm downloading this tonight. I'm gonna play it on Quest, and I will definitely get back to you guys and let you know what I think about it personally. But I think we should move on to the next story.
We should, because like I said right before the show, we got some breaking news, and that is Alvo. They have posted on Twitter. First, I saw them post some of those like eyes that are looking to the side. And then right after that, it says, if you haven't played in a while, tonight might be the time to hop into Alvo to see a surprise. And they posted as well a little image here, which I'll send to you through the Discord, Brian. I don't know if you can pull it up. I know it's kind of last second. Sorry. But this news was to happen right before. So Alvo looks like it's getting a new map tonight at the very least. I don't know if this is Tokyo. It looks like it could be Tokyo. But yeah, and I'm curious to see what else is going to come with this. Is this going to be all sorts of other stuff? The two-handed move controller update where it's making everything more interactive. So this will be really interesting to see.
Yeah, this is supposed to be, as far as I know, the update for the progression system. The what else? I think there's supposed to be two maps included: the dark town map and the warehouse map, whatever they're calling that. Yeah, and if there's a bonus map, then even better. Even better. Yeah. I'm frozen on the screen, so I'm trying to fix that. You just vamp for a while.
Oh, this movement feels so good. It feels so good to have my movement seen.
In all fairness, I look really relaxed.
Oh man. Well, guys, focus on me. Don't worry about him over there.
There we go.
Focus
I'm all better.
on me.
I'm all better. I'm
okay,
back
good.
up and running.
Now you can look back to him now.
Yep.
But yeah, man, we've been waiting. You know, a lot of people were concerned when this game came out that they were going to take the money and run, and you know, they've been very vocal in the community. I think they just needed a break after that hellacious launch and trying to fix out, you know, work out all the bugs of a big multiplayer game. And, you know, this game has been one of the few games, I think it's this and Firewall are the only games, and Squadrons and Rec Room, but it's one of two multiplayer VR only games that has an active fan base, player base. And that's great. We need more player bases, and modern military shooters seem to be the forefront of that.
Yeah. We're going to get to this later on. There's a sale going on, and Alvo is on sale. So this is what, as you said, they had a rough launch, and we've all sort of been waiting for the next big update. We were hoping for kind of the swordsman style updates, right? Where it's one after another, and constantly being like, oh, by the way, guys, here this is coming, and the second one update gets here, another one is being announced. You know, just like over and over and over. And so for the $40 launch price, it was it was a little bit lacking as far as content's concerned. Right now, it's on sale for 30, which is better. That was, I think, the launch price discount. And if you and if you have faith that these guys are going to continue to keep updating their game, then I mean, I've had a lot of fun with this. I got my $40 of fun out of it, but I totally understand where everybody's coming from if they think it's a little light on content. Because
some people have been playing it since launch, and it just depends on what kind of gamer you are. Really, that's what makes some of this so hard sometimes to tell you to recommend a game or not. And I'm really interested. I'm really looking forward to, like I said, the moves update. I'm excited about the new levels. I'm really excited about the progression system.
Yeah.
That of all things is like, that's what grabs me in a game, is like something to keep coming back and playing over and over, keeping that carrot dangling at the end of the rope for me to keep me going, keep me invested, and then letting me get the carrot at the end, of course. But that, and October is not too far away. How long till Halloween, Brian? And then when that happens, I hope we have that zombies update.
Yeah. Big time. We got Cyber Expanse VR in the chat with the $5 tip. Says, hey, just wanted to finally show my appreciation. You guys do a lot to give us the info we want. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I love the name, Cyber Expanse VR.
Yeah, right.
That should be a game. Is that a game? Let me go to his channel.
Sound like a game. Go to his channel. Check it out. See what's going on over there. Come report
back. Can I
back.
play you?
Report back. I'll be here waiting. Ben L of the GameCat Army with a $25 tip. You guys are fucking crazy generous today. It says, so glad to be able to watch one live again. We're happy to have you here live. This is nice, man. It's like, it's personal time. You guys kick back and light a cigar and get a little cognac going, something, right? It's been so crazy. It's been so crazy over the last couple weeks. I'm good usually for like one review a week, and like that's exhausting. Play behind the scenes, and then edit and fucking write and do voiceovers and shit, and then manage the rest of the channel on top of that. In the last 2 weeks, I think I've gotten 5 reviews out, and it's just been kind of nonstop. And man, I slept all day yesterday. When's the last time you saw 2 GameCasts back to back on without Parole, without a video or 2 between them? It's never. But man, I just slept all day yesterday, and it felt really, really good. I'm feeling refreshed, and then I kind of took my time getting out of bed today, relaxed, and I just feel good getting to hang out with all you guys. This is I feel like this is my happy place, right? GamesCast, hanging out with AJ, a picture of Dave, all the cats. This just makes me feel good. So thank you guys for being here. You guys are showing a lot of appreciation for us. I just want to make sure that you know that we have a lot of appreciation for you too.
Fuck yeah.
All right, man. So that kick-ass thumbnail that you saw at the beginning of the show, that's I think we were the big topic of the day that we wanted to kind of get back to after a little bit of a silence was we love Dreams so much. Media Molecules Dreams is, in my humble opinion, and maybe AJ's as well, one of the absolute best reasons to own a PlayStation 5 and a PSVR headset. And sometimes we understand, there'll be long periods of time where where new games don't come out, where creators haven't really been releasing anything new, and you're like, oh, this is the same old stuff, and there's nothing new for me to play. And if you're not a creator, then I kind of see where you fall into the doldrums and go, I'm not really interested in Dreams right now. So one of the things we want to do here is point out new Dreams when we find them or when they come out. And AJ did a kick-ass job hunting down a few. You streamed some earlier today, right?
Did, man. It's been such a blast. I mean, Dreams is something I just won't ever stop pushing. I don't care if 100 people watch it or if 0 people watch it. I will continue to push Dreams and say, look at the amazing shit people are making. These people deserve some credit. These games and experiences are better than shit you can buy. And if you have Dreams, you can have these all for free, limitless, endlessly. And man, so there's nothing going to stop me from doing that. And I was super happy to stream some earlier, starting with one of the most mind-blowing things I've ever seen in Dreams so far. And that is the Idyllium Contemporary Art Museum. Now, for those who don't know, contemporary, I think just means modern, kind of more modernized. This is all original artwork. And what makes this so special is that this is better. I've been to museums. You ever go to museums, Brian?
Oh yeah, I was an art major. I went to art school, so I spent way too much time in art museums. Yeah.
There's only one museum that I've ever been to, one expo, which was the Van Gogh Expo, that was better than this. But this is absolutely stunning, and it's not just the artwork. I mean, this thing is massive. It is an entire thing you can walk around. Brian, I haven't heard your thoughts on experiencing this yet. I need to hear your thoughts on this.
You will definitely hear my thoughts on this, but can you give a little background first while I'm getting some work done over here on who created this and the stuff that's included in it? And
absolutely. Well,
definitely some creators we've heard of before.
This is created by Helicosi as well as Beavis, who I believe helped make House of Beavis. And then there's another name called Zeke. It's like Ziiq. Beavis 2 is the name. And this is a modern-looking museum. It's got kind of like a realistic, like it almost has like a hyper-realistic look. These three together have made a massive, massive museum for you to explore. And not only are the works of art incredible, but they are legit works of art. And they have, it's just so professional. It looks like a real museum. It looks better than a real museum at times. And it even has plaques for each work of art that gives you like a description of what the piece is, what it's called, who it's by. And man, I'm telling you, I can sit there and just look at it and just think. And like that is what art is supposed to do. I was genuinely moved by some of these works of art.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Now that I've got everything up and running full screen, we can see how beautiful this place really is. It is absolutely insane to walk into something like this, and within seconds you're forgetting that you're playing something in Dreams, because again, everything scales on the PlayStation 5 in Dreams. You get dynamic resolution, so everything is pretty clear. In this specifically is just beautiful. Like AJ said, we have certainly paid money for things that look and play far less well than this does. It's amazing. It's amazing as far as like modern art's concerned. I think it actually there's I don't want to get all nerdy on you guys, but like as far as actual modern art's concerned, I feel like this is worthy of its own museum. This is great artwork and this very like really creative. Everything from statues and structures to paintings and drawings to just like
huge sculptures.
Yeah, just in the museum in general, like it is just laid out beautifully, and everything's got like marble stonework and waterfalls, and it's just, I mean, I'm sort of blown away by the entire thing, and I was fully expecting to be bored because as much time as I've spent in museums, I'm still not a museum guy. As much of an artist as I've always been, I'm never somebody who like wants to walk around and appreciate other people's art. But there is something to be said being able to do it at your leisure in VR. You don't actually have to like travel somewhere and go and pay an admission and like listen to a bunch of people talk and shit. Like in college, we had to listen to my art history professor talk, and she was boring as boring gets. And this was nice. And this sounds dumb, but I like to run around and jump in a museum. You don't get to run around and jump in real museums, and it's really nice. Real quick before we continue on with our chat about this, Seymour GameCats with a $2 tip asks, "Is Dreams in VR worth it if I'm playing on an OG PS4?"
That's where things get hairy because I haven't had an OG PS4 in 4 years,
Yeah.
3 years, 4 years. I haven't had I got rid of my OG in early 2018. So from what I can tell, as much as it pains me to say, probably wait for a PS5 or a PS4 Pro at least, so you can experience everything. The problem is, I have people that I know would love Dreams, but never really got into it because of an OG. And the only thing that says to me is that you just won't get the experience that you're supposed to get on an OG. Now, there are some exceptions. There are some games that will probably run. There are some games that probably look great.
Yep.
I just can't tell you from my experience. You have to ask somebody that has experience with that.
We've heard from so many people who do have experience with it that, and again, it is 100% depending on which experiences you're playing and what you're doing in Dreams. But so many people say it's just too blurry to play. It's just not. It's just not worth it. And then there's another sect of people that are creating on the OG, that are playing on the OG, and say it is blurry, but it's totally worth it. So the fact is it's $10 on sale right now. You have very little to lose. Like the amount of content that you get included in this from all the different creators, the tools themselves to be able to build your own worlds. Like for $10, it's a risk worth taking. And then of course, when you do finally upgrade to either the Pro or the PS5, then you'll have it, and you'll have it for $10. And and you can always play on flat screen too, because everything works great on flat screen for the most part. So that's the long way of saying we don't have a great answer for you.
Yeah, it's going to be a little divisive in there. Some people are going to like it, some people aren't. Some people are going to be frustrated that their stuff doesn't, you won't be able to you won't have the same experience. But what I can tell you is once you get a PS5, oh my God.
Yeah, it's shocking. It looks shockingly good on the PlayStation 5. Some games still have their own blur just because of how they were created with the flex and everything. But I mean, stuff like this is just fucking incredible. You can tell just from the flat screen stuff I'm showing here. This flat screen stuff, I'm showing it on a flat screen, but this was captured in VR. It's incredible. Loopy the Game Cat with the €5 says, I just found Duck Hunter VR Dream. It even renders my aim as an NES zapper. It made me feel like a 9-year-old boy when I first played Duck Hunt. That's cool. I think I played that. Has that been around for a while?
It's been around. I first noticed it when the aim update happened. That's when I first noticed it, and it's legit Duck Hunt. Like it is exactly the same noises. That freaking annoying ass dog. But then it has like a couple like bonus levels or two that are pretty funny. But yeah, it's super. It's tough as nails. It's just as tough. You remember how you used to stick the zapper up to the TV to try and like cheese it?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember ever cheating.
Of course not. Well, that's why you never beat Duck Hunt and I did.
No, I definitely tried. I didn't feel like it was always that successful.
I didn't actually beat Duck Hunt. I don't think anybody ever did.
Can you beat Duck Hunt? I thought it just went on and on and on.
No.
Yeah, I remember my dad one time having a crazy run on my cousin's NES during like Easter or Thanksgiving or something, and it was just like we were like, oh my God, what happens at this point? It's like, oh, it just keeps going and going and going. I don't know. I'm not sure if I've ever seen anyone play Duck Hunt better than my dad. I don't even know if he remembers that.
Oh, well, so Brian, is that yeah? So that wasn't the only Dream that we saw. You have to go check out Idyllium if you haven't, maybe go check out my stream if you want to support the stream. But I just go. You got to go see it for yourself, and you got to see it in VR to really understand just how amazing it is. Great job to those people out there. But that wasn't the only game, Brian.
No, this another one that you recommended was what?
The Ramses Riddle.
That's right.
Total Eclipse by Grothraw. I was super excited to hear what you had to say about this one because it's an Egyptian adventure that's kind of like puzzle games, and it's like got like this simplistic look to it, but I felt it was kind of like nostalgic. And I want to hear what you had to say about it.
Yeah, there was, for some reason, and it might have just been the setting or whatever. For the first thing, I thought it was Montezuma's Revenge, which I loved on the C64, but obviously has nothing to do with this game at all, really. So yeah, this when you first jump into this one, you can tell by just watching the video. It looks like a Dreams game. It looks like a primitive Dreams game too. Everything just has like a little bit of fuzz to it, basic polygons, nothing really super refined going on here from a graphical standpoint. But once I started figuring out what the game was all about and what you could do and what you were supposed to do, I was hooked. Right? I died a couple times, and then I was like, well, I'm going back in, man. I'm going back in. You've got a gun with unlimited ammo. There's certain things you're supposed to shoot to open doors. There are enemies you have to shoot. There are things to collect. And I don't know how deep this goes. I probably only had a chance to play it for like 25 minutes total. And like I said, a lot of that was dying and then restarting. So
this is what I love about this game.
Yeah.
Is that it says in the description 1 hour and 1 life. So it's like a permadeath game, and it says there's 3 pyramids. So I think it's pretty big. I think it's designed. This is what gave me the nostalgia feels. Was like I think it's designed to be like, it's maybe somewhere 45 minutes long, but you only have 1 hour, 1 life to get through it. And to me, that is such a classic setup. I was like, yes, like I love it.
Now this is another one you put on your stream today. How much time did you get to spend with it?
Honestly, I think this was one of the shorter ones that I did because I kept dying, and yeah, I just kept dying. But this is one that I will play. This is one of the most addicting ones I've played in a while. Where it's like I will play the shit out of this on my own time. I just really wanted to show it off. I was planning on trying to beat it, but the game wasn't having it. I was lost. It's lives up to his name, like someone had said, Ramses Riddle. Where you have to figure it out, so it's tough.
Yeah, it doesn't explain all that much. Like it definitely gives you some directions at the beginning, and then you're sort of just on your own. And there's it definitely had an old school NES vibe to it, where you're just like room after room after room, and you just have to sort of find your way through just by feeling around. So who said? I saw Shades of Grey Matter in the chat said he remembered. Montezuma's Revenge from the Sega Master System. That was later in life that I tracked it down on the Master System, and I have that too. It's such a great game. But this is crazy. This is the warning that you get with this one is don't let these graphics fool you, because the second I stepped in, I was like, I'm turned off immediately. I was like, oh, this is super primitive, and the gunplay is fine, it's whatever, but then something happened. Like my character went, oh, I'm really thirsty, and I was like, oh, I saw water back there. Do we need to go drink water? And so I went back to the first room I was in. I drank some water, and just by standing next to him, he goes, gulp, 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 gulp. And I was like, all right, cool. I mean, so there are some surprisingly interesting mechanics going on here. So I can't wait to see where this one goes.
Yeah, I thought this one captured me from the cover art alone, which I just posted in the Discord to you. I sent it. I don't know if you can pull it up, but I've
got a tornado over here. I don't know.
But the cover art alone told me exactly what this was going to be like, and it's kind of like Pitfall and Indiana Jones, and it's just got this hardcore classicness about it that's just so full of charm. So the next one, guys, was the Restless Dark. Now, you want to talk about a beautiful game. This is a move-supported dungeon. It's supposed to be a dungeon crawler, but because of its setting, it's kind of, I call it a dungeon brawler, because you basically you have a torch in one hand, you have a big sword in the other, and you're kind of put into this tomb, and they just send skeletons at you, and you have to kill as many skeletons as possible.
Now, the fun thing about this is actually that it's a demo. On the title screen, it says that the full game is going to have, it won't be just the one room. There'll be exploration and more enemies to fight and more things to do. But so as far as a tech demo goes, because I feel like that's sort of what this is right now, it's amazing. It uses, you warned me up front. You're like, oh, this uses the media molecule standard move control scheme, which sucks when you're used to the Saints and Sinners control scheme. Use the trigger to walk forward. There's a button to walk backwards. It doesn't seem like the right button. And to turn, you're kind of pointing and hitting the move, but nothing feels right. So you're gonna see me getting my butt kicked and kind of fighting like this because I can't turn when I want to. But there's these wrappings that are around the sword that just kind of dangle there's physics involved in it and shit. So when you're moving the sword, the wrappings sort of move realistically. And it's rendered really, really well. There's so much detail on that sword. The torch looks good. You're walking around lighting other torches. The fighting is better than Arashi. Sorry, Endeavor One, but I mean,
Come on.
No, I mean it's like
I didn't actually get the blocking down in this yet. You are supposed to be able to block, but that's the cool thing though. Is like, that is one of the cool features. Is you run in here, it's pitch black. You start. At least for my strategy so far has been to run in and start lighting all the torches around the arena so that you can see better because you're going to need to. But also there's a special ability that they give you where you can hold up the sword, and it's called like Gorgon's Eye or something, and you press the trigger, and it shines a light on them and slows them down, and they grow. Like, it's got some nice special effects to it. They grow all this like green misty stuff, and then and it slows them down to give you an advantage.
We have an update from Mark Pringlesleaf in the chat with the £5. Says, I played Dreams VR on an OG PS4. It works. You can have fun. Though there are a lot of dreams where the frame rate tanks and the PS5 is needed for those. Sorry, sirens on land. Mark, thank you so much for the input on that.
Frame rate's been the big thing, not graphics or anything. I mean, it does look better, of course, on the PS5, but the frame rate renders the games unplayable because it actually kicks you out.
Right, that's the big issue. I wouldn't mind a stuttery frame rate as long as it allowed you to keep playing, but even with the option to say, hey, we want to keep playing, even if the frame rate's not stable, there gets to be a point where it does kick you out and makes you play in cinema mode. Dude, but this is incredible. This is, I mean, I think it looks beautiful. If, once I get used to the control scheme, I feel like it plays well already. I didn't really do much blocking because I didn't have too much time to practice. And in the eye of Gorgonzola, what's that? I was just something this was something I was trying to blast through, capture some footage, get some impressions, and so I didn't get real deep into the mechanics. But I can't wait to get back and play more of this one. I ran through it twice. The first time I got killed after one guy, and the second time I got killed after 19 guys.
Nice.
So I feel like I did decent on my second run.
I got number 1 on the leaderboard earlier with 44, something like that.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing this one again. We got tax.
It's fun, man.
We got tax refund in the chat. Tax refund. The Decalogue defines right and wrong. GameCat. See, it takes me a second sometimes. With a $5 tip, says, in quotes, "Here's to my sweet Satan. I want to live it backwards, like the Zepp, whose power is Satan. He will give those with him 666. Stairway to heaven reversed." I'm just totally lost sometimes with tax refunds, but I love you so much. Thank you so much for the tip. I like to be challenged, and I think you just challenged the fuck out of my last remaining brain cells. All right, man. Let's move on to the next one. We got a couple more to go.
Yeah, 2 more. So the next one is one that you actually told me to go check out right before the show, and it's called Trauma.
This is so good.
So I wasn't sure what to expect, but I figured it was going to be a horror one, or something, as the name entails. But to my surprise, I get in there and it kind of throws you in this really like nice polished looking room, and it's really pretty. And this one ends up being kind of like a PT kind of game where it's horror and you have to escape and figure out what the hell to do to escape, and it has some surprises waiting for you.
Yeah. My goal was to jump in and play, all the ones that AJ had streamed earlier today and just get my impressions on. And then this one popped up immediately. It was featured in a thumbnail somewhere saying, play some new horror games or something. And I clicked it and I scrolled a little bit and found it, and blown away immediately because the room that you keep going into over and over and over is rendered really well. It's fairly realistic. It's got some nice lighting to it, and every single time you go enter the room, like AJ said, sort of PT, you are basically looking for the key to exit the room. Sometimes you walk into the room and you don't know what to do, or the scares that happen, and after you walk into the room and you do this a few times, you start going, okay, I see what you're doing here. And then it just takes a sharp turn, man, like a total 90-degree turn out of nowhere. And some really, really, I don't know if I'm going to spoil anything in the video here. I don't know how much I included in this video. But man, there is some very cool special effects graphically where I was just like, that was cool, man. That was better than anything I saw in Layers of Fear VR, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
If this was blown into a full game, this would be better than Layers of Fear VR. Like this is what we're saying. Like there are some average games on the PlayStation Store that I really liked that Dreams creators are basically creating better versions of it, basically excelling at where official developers have not excelled. And this is one of those. If you like horror games, if you the enemy in this, the first time you see the enemy, it's almost laughable because everything else seems like it's going so perfectly, and you're like, wow, this creator really is like in touch with like what's spooky and what works. And then the first time you see the enemy, you're like, it's so goofy. but then like literally seconds later, it turns on you, and you're like, oh wow, this dude does know exactly what works. Even like the kind of goofy enemy that you encounter, it still manages to be scary. I'm just fucking.
The presentation of it, the way they utilize it, is really effective, especially with the sound, and if you get caught, it jump scares you, and you don't want to be jump scared. So it does give you that kind of like nervous feeling and stuff, and yeah, they use it really well. There's some really good special effects in this, and it was very surprising from what I played so far. I can't wait. Some of these are going to be. I found more earlier today. Some of these are going to be great for Halloween, man. Great for Halloween.
Yeah, 100%. So we got one more, right?
This brings us to our last one for now. I did have a couple more in the stream that I think you absolutely need to check out because they are incredible. But this one was called Brocery Store. And
Brocery Store 2 even, right?
Brocery Store 2, yes, sorry. I didn't play Brocery Store 1. But I saw the name and I was like,
didn't want to play this just on the name.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about the name. But then I played it, and it's basically a survival game where you're in a grocery store and you have to run around and grab groceries, like a shopping list kind of, while being chased by this big hulking bro. And it's kind of like when you're at the grocery store and you can't find what you're looking for, like that frustration mixed with a giant freaking thing like busting through shelves and stuff coming after you.
That was a surprising thing, right? So like at first he's just following you around, and you're just looking over your shoulder and making sure that he's not behind you, or before you head down one aisle, you're sort of peeking into other aisles. Where is he? I kind of need to know, because you just feel like it's a Pac-Man thing. He's just going to follow the trails, and it's not. He busts through the maze walls, man. Like this guy's way stronger than Pac-Man ever was. And so it does the whole Jack Baker thing pretty well, right? Where you're just like, man, you're never safe. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's it looks kind of basic like the character does and stuff, but the way they use it again is pretty effective. And the thing that really surprised me about this was like kind of like the gameplay mechanics, like you're running around, and it's actually a little bit more polished than it looks on the surface. You're supposed to grab milk or eggs or something or bread, and you go to grab it, and it tells you, it's like, make sure you check the expiration date and stuff. So you'll have to grab like a green apple, and you'll grab one from the shelf, and it'll be like rotten. So you have to discard that one. And then you'll have to keep going through until you get the right one. So just to add to the pressure, now some of the things you get off the shelf, it's like not always the first time you grab it is going to be exactly what you need. And you only have limited time before you got to run and circle around. So just all of it comes together beautifully. And man, I beat this game today.
Oh, really?
And it has a great ending. So... Yes, so I can't recommend it.
Right here you can see I pick up can after can of soup. I'm looking for chicken noodle soup, and it's like tomato, no, tomato, no, tomato. I'm like, dude's chasing me. Like, not tomato, I need chicken noodle. Like, why aren't these things labeled properly?
Yeah, so funny, though. It has such a great, it is actually fantastically done and was so much fun.
This is good, man. This is good. The cats are killing it in the chat. Emily Baxter says, dread shelves. And then we get Darkwing Chuck, the game quack, saying Dread Aisles.
Dread Aisles, yeah.
This is good. I really like that. Also, side note, it sounds like Endeavor 1 is teasing patch 1.1
Ooh.
for Arashi. So definitely looking forward to whatever 1.1 holds for us.
Nice.
All right, man.
Good things. Alvo is in the chat as well. Says, in addition to the Alvo update, the game is 25% off in North America and the EU, 50% off in South America. Wait, so it is on sale in EU. What was? I thought they were saying it wasn't on sale.
I think it's half price in South America. It's 25% off in North America. It may not be on sale in EU, or is he saying it is?
25. He says it's 25% off in North America and the EU. But they were telling me that it wasn't, so I don't know. Official dev update of all changes tomorrow. Okay, so they'll give us the patch notes tomorrow for what has come, but we'll be checking it out too as soon as possible.
Nice. Thanks
for dropping by, guys.
All right.
Well,
answer my question. Answer my question. I typed you a question. Answer my question.
Oh, let's see.
Just say yes or no.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. All right. We're having private conversations. Although telling you guys that we're having private conversations isn't really private. So. All right, man. So there's a pretty decent sale going on in the PlayStation Store right now. Includes a bunch of PlayStation VR games. Shout out, of course, as always, goes to our good buddy Duran Fan, WI. I'm assuming Wisconsin, right? Like, what else would WI stand for?
We.
Why? We? Not quite.
Why? Duran, why?
I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, so let's tackle these sales. You and I can blast through them pretty quickly, I think. The first one is 1976 Back to Midway, only $10, but with Plus it's $8. This is normally a $20 game. I mean, dude,
this might be the best game that's on this sale. It's crazy to start with this one. Yes, absolutely. Big thumbs up. It's especially if you are a fan of classic arcade games. I just played this on my Saturday stream. I hate to sound like I keep just plugging my channel, but go to PSVR Underground, go to Saturday Night Live stream, and look at me playing with the HOTUS. And it was an absolute blast, man. And this game is good with the DualShock as well. Big yes. This is better than the sale price I could have asked for, especially with PS Plus. This is perfect.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, like this on other platforms, this game sold for $15, and when it came to PlayStation Store for $20, I was like, oh, 15 seemed like the right price, like big time. And now you can get it for half that price. So $10, $8, whatever, man. It's like fucking. I 100% recommend this, especially if you like chasing platinum trophies. This is a fun one to get. I'm so close to getting this platinum. Yeah. So
I heard this was a good platinum trophy.
Yeah, I'll probably get this one.
I need to look into that.
I'll probably get it this week. This week. I need it.
Damn, I need it. Sorry.
The next one is Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown for $15 rather than the normal $60. No plus required.
If you have a HOTUS, hands-on stick and...
Throttle and stick?
Throttle and stick, thank you.
Right.
If you have a HOTUS fight stick, yes, absolutely. Big thumbs up. 3 missions, highly replayable. There's more ships. There's more jets to unlock. There's more difficulties. It goes from easy to ace. And there's like more weapons to unlock. It's pretty challenging. So yeah, one of my favorite experiences still 3 years later.
Yeah, we've definitely given this a thumbs down before in sales talks because of the price. But I think $15 is as cheap as it gets. And you can definitely spend a lot of time with the 3 VR missions. So I would definitely give this a thumbs up for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Next is Alvo for $30 instead of $40. It's the we just had this conversation with all the new content coming. You may find the price to finally be worth the. May find the content to be finally worth the price. Again, it's we're going to keep you posted on what happens with the update. I'm excited to see the new maps. I'm excited to see the upgrade system, and we'll keep you posted. But I had a lot of fun with this, so I'm going to say yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're an online multiplayer shooter kind of person. This game, every single time I've jumped into it, it is a blast to play. The gameplay is totally solid. I'd still like to see it go for less than this. I still want a deeper sale than this, but because of the updates happening, because of the stuff potentially coming, I'm gonna have to say yes as well, especially if you have a name controller.
Yeah.
If you only have DualShock 4, then no. If you have a name, then yes.
Yeah, Donnie in the chat says, I want Alvo to be 20, but it's fun. And I was sort of the same way at launch. You know, price is everything sometimes. And $40 to me always feels like what we consider AAA VR. And Alvo is just not. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun, but it felt like a $20 game that they were asking too much for. Speaking of overpriced games, the next one is Ark Park, which is notorious around here, but it's going for $10 rather than the normal price of $50. Ark Park.
No,
don't do
Ark
it.
Park is terrible. It's like cool for about 10 minutes, and then the actual like stuff you have to do in the game is like terrible. It makes you wait, and it just wants you to buy the microtransactions to progress through it. Fuck that shit, yo.
Wait, are there microtransactions? I don't think there are.
I thought there were, yeah.
No, there can't be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are. I'm pretty sure it's like pay for so you don't have to wait for this dinosaur egg to hatch.
Fucking for real? Wow, I don't remember that. But anyway, but it's the whole thing. The whole thing is it's disguising a super basic wave shooter, and it has you do all this other nonsense to be able to upgrade your wave shooter weapons, and then the whole point is to be able to finish the wave shooter section. And it's just not a good wave shooter, and all the other stuff you have to do. Sometimes the exploration is a little bit fun, and sometimes you're collecting materials and stuff, and there are glimpses of what could be a fun game. But no, don't do it, man. Don't do it. It's absolutely crazy. Somehow it's way better than it was at launch and still sucks. I hate it. It's so bad.
Not good.
Yeah. Next game on the list is Bloody Zombies for $3.74. Normally $15.
I've been back and forth on this one, but last time I played it, I really enjoyed it. I grew up on games like Double Dragon and side-scrolling beat 'em ups, and this game has a character that looks just like you, and it warms my heart.
What? It looks just like me?
Yeah.
What?
Looks like you a couple of years ago, maybe, but
with the mohawk.
With the mohawk,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, especially if you have some people you can play this with, I'll say yeah, it's $4.
I know
it's low risk,
right? $4. I think this is
under $4. Yeah. Under $4, Brian.
I think this game's a lot of fun. I think I thought it was fun for 15, and so
I wouldn't pay that much for it.
The only problem is it doesn't have voice chat. So if you're gonna drop in, just make sure you're in a party already with your friends and you're all good. But yeah, so good for $4. Don't play it without VR. The trailer just said play with or without VR. Don't play without VR. Without VR, it's about as generic gets.
Yeah. Endeavor one says, "Oh my God, it's Proto Brian." It's beautiful though. It is a beautiful, sharp, crisp game. Looks fantastic. Plays well on PS5. So yeah, good stuff. Next we have Bound for $7.99.
This is a tough one, man. Because Bound.
Not for me.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. And if you're cool, like just putting your headphones in and listening to this beautiful music and experience this beautiful world, like it's not a good game. People say it's a great platformer, and I think the platforming kind of sucks. But experiencing everything, like the whole world moves. You can see it's sort of made up of almost what looks like cardboard boxes, and it all just kind of moves. And it just feels good. But as far as a game goes, no. So, I mean, I have to say no unless you just really want something beautiful to look at.
I totally agree with you. This game is gorgeous. One of the best looking games. But it's so boring. The pacing is so bad. The platforming is so bad. The story, whatever it's trying to do there is like whatever. Big no for me. Easy no.
Yeah.
It's too much anyways.
We get an easy... Oh, it was free at one point, too. So hopefully you already have this in your PlayStation Plus collection. We got an easy yes coming up though right now, and that's Media Molecule's Dreams. It is $10, and that is just, I mean, absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. $10 for Dreams.
This is crazy, man. Buy it.
Yeah.
Buy it and support the game. Go, even if you have an OG, buy it for $10 and go play whatever you can get away with on an OG. And it'll be worth $10, I guarantee it.
Yeah, and make your way, and make something.
I've heard Dream Borders works on an OG.
Oh, craziness! And don't forget, I'm in the process of making something for October. It's all storyboarded, and I've got like a bunch of like concept art and stuff like worked out. It's all on cocktail napkins and stuff. Don't ask me to frame this shit. And I can't wait, man. I promise you guys that I'm gonna make a scary Dreams creation for October, and I'm going to deliver on that. I promise you. And so, if you want to be able to play it, pick up Dreams.
Which means he's totally going to get somebody else to make it for him in time.
I've already paid War Rebel. Yep.
All right, man. Next, we've got Five Nights at Freddy's VR Help Wanted bundle for $17.49. Halloween's getting closer, Brian. Just saying. Also, I fucking love this game, and I don't care if nobody else does.
Dude,
I will stand by this game. I will go down with this game to the grave. This game is super polished, super polished,
super scary.
And yeah, it's one of the few puzzle games that I approve of. It's got puzzles. It's got all sorts of stuff. It's got the Halloween pack included. $17.50. Yeah, absolutely easy buy for me. I know the only people I would say don't get this is if you just nothing scares you. Like if nothing scares you at all, then it's gonna kind of ruin the game experience. It's gonna just be too difficult for you, maybe. But yeah.
Yeah, so first of all, you ruin all credibility for yourself when you say it's one of the only puzzle games that you endorse. It's like we know every single time a puzzle game comes up, you're like, this is the only one that I like. This is not the only one you like. But I 100% agree. If the scare factor of this makes trying to figure out the puzzles and trying to operate the machines and do everything, that's what makes it effective. And if you don't get scared by games, then you're not going to enjoy any of this, because that's where all the tension comes from. That's where all the fun comes from. So if you do get scared easily or at all in VR, this is scary in a way that The Exorcist isn't, that Resident Evil isn't. The fact that you're sort of, for a lot of the mini games, you're locked to a chair and you sort of have to just do the thing. You can't run away. You're just stuck there. That's what makes it extra scary. You're just like, you don't have a choice. You just have to confront your fears. You can't run away. I'm so glad Dave's not here right now, because he would be fighting us tooth and nail on this. This is a Five Nights at Freddy's love fest right now. So
yes, love it. I love this game. It's so polished, so good. Brian, can we interject one thing real quick? Nibro is in the chat and he says, "Hi Brian, could you please do another review on Swordsman PSVR, because I'm considering buying it, but I am not sure, especially with all the new updates." Can you just give? I responded to him and I said, "Buy it." Yep. Can you give him just your quick recommendation or not?
Yeah, Nibro. So stay tuned. Just first and foremost, it's $20, and they've added so much content to it. And if you're the sort of person that likes getting into an arena and just goofing off and like trying new things and experimenting with different ways to kill dudes, and you're not looking for a good story, you're not looking for like some cool progression system, which it does have a nice progression system, but not like over the top. Like, yes, I feel so much more powerful. I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. Sin Studio says it's gonna be on sale soon. So look at Alex swooping in saying, "Save your money. It's gonna be on sale soon."
Look at that, man. Look at that. The developer comes in and says, "Hold on, don't buy my game yet. It's gonna be on sale soon." Yep. Look at these fucking developers, man. I am so proud of this community.
Speaking of developers, First Contact Entertainment just dropped a key in the chat. What was that for?
I don't know, man, but love is in the air today, man. Nibro, go. I would almost say go buy Swordsman just because he stopped you from paying full price. I would go. I wish I could buy it again right now. If I could buy that game again right now, I don't know. I've got an EU account. I'm gonna go buy another copy for you, Alec.
You're so ridiculous. If you're teetering, then obviously hold off for a sale. Another key from First Contact in the chat. So whoever's redeeming these, let us know what the hell they're giving away here. I have no idea. I don't know if this is Solaris, if this is like Firewall, season
Rubicon.
keys.
Oh, it's a Rubicon op pass. It's Operation Rubicon passes. Hell yeah, it's got hack keys and shit. Gives you the unlockables. Thank you, First FCE. Appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
So I already bought the thing. I asked First Contact for one, and they missed my message. They were late getting back to me, but I already bought it, man. So I'm good. So appreciate you giving it to the community instead. They'll Yeah, they'll
Nice.
make good use of it.
Yeah, but
Go
stay tuned on the channel. I've got some stuff in the works because one of the things that the channel's been missing lately is the episodes of Why We Love, where we sit and talk about all the updates that the games have gotten. So I've got something a little bit more brief, something a little bit more easily consumable, digestible, coming for you guys who are looking for updates on all the games since the original reviews. So stay tuned for that. I should have the first one out at some point this week. All right. So moving on in the sale.
Yes. Oh God! After all this positive energy and awesome stuff, we got to talk about Heavy Fire Red Shadow. Is $9.99 with and then $7.99 with PS Plus.
This seemed like such an easy win, man. Like all you have to do is like sit behind this turret gun and shoot guys coming at you, right? This is like some old school beachhead shit, and somehow they screwed it up. It's the most boring thing of all time. Every single level is exactly the same, just with a different background, and it's so boring. It's so easy. I think you can beat this game without dying on your first time through. It's not fun, and they just didn't capture any fun. There's nothing good here, and so I don't care if it's $5, if it's $2. It's not fun, man. Don't waste your time.
Congrats, Philip Rebchin.
I was like,
let us know
are you
anyone else.
congratulating me for that description?
Yeah, Heavy Fire Red Shadow is legit one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. Moving on. Next, we've got Minotaur Arcade Volume 1, $10.49, and with PS Plus, it's $7.49. This is Jeff Minter, who made Polybius. This has 2 different games on it.
Yep.
It's got
Grid Runner.
Goat Up.
Yep.
And Grid Runner.
Yeah.
Nice. See, teamwork. We got this.
That's right.
This one's a little tricky for me, but I'll make up for it.
Okay. It's
Yeah, go.
I don't find this to be tricky. It's you're either a retro gamer that loves this kind of stuff or you're not. It doesn't have like the immediate appeal that something like Polybius does, but if you've seen games like this or you played games like this in your childhood, these are a lot of fun. And Grid Runner turned out to be the one that I liked more, even though Goat Up was the one I was more excited for. So for
Same.
$10 or less, absolutely.
For this one, I'm actually going to give a no, because I think of Jeff Minter's 3 games, this is probably the weakest.
It's this Polybius and
So
what else?
Moose Life.
Moose Life.
All 3 are on sale, by the way.
Yeah, Moose Life is good.
Which brings us to our next one, Moose Life.
Oh, hey, Moose Life.
So Moose Life is on sale for $8.74, and then with PS Plus, $6.24. This one I'm a little bit more on. I like this game. I beat this game. Has 50 levels and is pretty psychedelic and has good gameplay. I've always referred to this gameplay kind of like Gravity Man from Mega Man, where you jump to the ceiling, jump to the floor, jump to the ceiling, jump to the floor. It also goes lightning fast at times. It's only a couple hours long. Like I'd say, you get a couple hours out of it at best. But if you're okay with that and just want a really cool experience, then I'm going to say like midway. Like I'm like halfway on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to basically give the same answer for every single one of Jeff Minter's games here. It depends what you're into. I think Polybius is the best, I think, of all of them, but it really depends. Like if you're just not into the retro stuff, then like you might not really get what they're going for here. But all of these are supposed to be crazy, over the top, flashing lights, particle effects, things being thrown at your face, and just kind of like crazy old school arcade action. So I'm just saying nice easy thumbs up to all of them. And before we get to the best one of the 3, we want to give a shout out to Onikaze with the $5 tip. Says Grid Runner is totally worth it in VR. Nice.
Grid Runner, yeah. Just like Brian said, I was excited about Minotaur Arcade for Goat Up, and Grid Runner ended up being the better one for sure. But I just think I didn't get enough, and I don't know. I didn't enjoy playing it long enough as I wanted, but it is good though.
We also got Creeper Betty PSVR with the $5 tip. Says 182 watching and only 64 thumbs up. Come on, Game Cats. Click that like button. Right meow. Love you guys. We love you too, Creeper Betty. Thank you so much.
Love you too, Betty.
How you doing?
By the way, if you haven't had a chance, go check out the room that she helped make in Rec Room. There's a fracked room. It has skiing, and it has a zip line. Go check it out for sure. You can do skiing in Rec Room now. Okay, so next, this is the one, guys. Polybius is $10.84, and with PlayStation Plus, $7.74. This one is a huge thumbs up for me. I love Polybius.
Yeah, 100%. This is the best of the three. It's super intense. The other ones don't go heavy into the speed or the intensity as much as this one does. This is one of those to just sit down on your couch, grab your DualShock, and like hold on for dear life. There are points in this, just like Res Infinite, where I was like, I had to close my eyes and go, am I gonna have a seizure? Like, this is just so intense at certain points. You're just like, I just need a second. Okay, I'm back. Let's do this. It is really intense. If you don't know the Polybius legend, obviously it was supposed to be like this arcade machine that was like back in the 70s. That was where the government was using this machine to do experiments on people through video games and like do this mind control thing. And so Jeff Minter's playing into this whole myth of Polybius by creating a game that like really feels like it's potentially controlling your mind, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. A quick update. First Contact Entertainment is still dropping raining keys in the chat. So thank you so much, guys, over there. And Nibro said, LOL, because of the response, I just bought Swordsman VR, even though I know there's going to be a discount. So I'm excited to play it. How about that?
Guys, yeah, let us know. I mean, I know that FC is dropping a lot of keys in the chat. Let us know if you get them. Please let us know who's redeemed them.
We'll give you a shout out if you do.
Also giving a shout out to Dave Station VR with the $5 tip. Says Polybius is a must own. Also, I can't join the Discord call. Yeah, man.
Where
were you an hour and a half ago? We delayed the show 7 minutes. We're going, where the hell is Dave? And Dave never showed up, so we started the show without him. Dave, I guess we'll have to see you next time. We got the next game on the list is Prey Digital Deluxe Edition for $12 instead of $40.
No.
Yeah.
This is a hard pass. The little mode is like different here. Or I mean, it's like such a small mode, and it's not worth it. Absolutely not.
Yeah, Typhon Hunter is an escape room. Where you're trying to like, I mean, there are better escape rooms. This one I didn't feel like was really well designed. There's a whole multiplayer Moon Crash thing that like I don't know if I've ever even had a chance to try out, but good luck trying to find people to play that with. The fact is you got to own the original game and the DLC and all this other crap, and getting somebody to play that with you. I mean, it sounds like it could be fun, but I think the ship sailed on that one. I think they really screwed up the way that all the DLC works here. et.2k.now. et.2k9.now. et.2k9.now. With the $5 tip says, keep this train rolling. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate you so much.
Man. Thank you guys so much, man. Yeah, we're almost done here, so we're going to just wrap this up real quick and call it a night. But Race the Sun for $2.99. This is interesting.
Well, I know what you're going to say. What's the game in Dreams that you like better than this?
Trigon.
Yeah. I mean, this was a free VR update to a game that I already own, so I was like, oh, cool. And Race to Sun is good. I think Race to Sun is a good Endless Runner style game, and playing it in VR is really fun, but I don't know if like this is something you really need. For $3, I think you probably already know, right? If you love Endless Runners, then go for it, but Trigon is definitely a better game.
Yeah, if you have dreams, just go play Trigon. I've literally spent like at least 5 to 10 hours in Trigon, literally.
I've spent 5 to 10 hours with Race to Sun. Most of that was before it became VR. But yeah, it's good, man. It's good. It's just not great.
This is a first. This is one of the first games I ever reviewed. Space Ribbon. Oh, by the way, I'm going to say no to Race the Sun. It's okay. Some people might like it, but I'm nah. Space Ribbon Slipstream to the Extreme for $3.49, or with PS Plus $2.79. Now, I reviewed this game a long time ago. I think I have the only review on it, and it's terrible.
It's so bad. This game, I remember you were like, oh, it's not that bad, but it was because we were like in this huge PSVR drought. We were looking for anything that would just like give us something to do. There's no first person mode, so you're racing in third person. You need to be able to see what's happening behind you, but you can't look behind you. The tracks are procedurally generated, which as we've said many times before, frequently procedural generation is just an excuse not to design things. And I feel like this game would have been infinitely better if they designed some really cool tracks. They decided not to and just were like, oh, we're going to randomly generate this shit. And I was like, well, that's a horrible decision. There's nothing fun about this game. This is total garbage. How much does this cost?
This is originally or right now?
So it's usually $7. With plus, it's less than $3. Without plus, it's $3.50. I still say don't waste your money. Absolutely not.
Yep. Don't waste your time and money. Next, we've got Trackmania Turbo for $9.99. I want to like this game. I think the problem is it's fun for about 10 minutes, and then it's boring as shit. So I'm going to say
with
no.
You. I disagree with you. I feel like...
It's not first person. If it was first person the entire time, I would.
I do agree with that. I wish that it didn't force first person and third person on you. It just like randomly shifts for different parts. And I was like, this is useless. But I think it does a lot of good stuff for $10. I think it's a lot of fun. There's plenty of tracks too. There's a lot of good stuff going on in this. It's not a ringing endorsement, but it's like, yeah, this is kind of cool. Next up.
Next we've got Twilight Path by Charm Games for $8.24. I liked this one way more than Form, and you were the exact opposite.
Not the exact opposite.
I thought you gave it like a 5. I think you gave it a lower score than Form.
I did, but all right, we're good.
All right, yeah. Until you sorry.
Twilight Path.
Yeah. I liked it a lot more than Form. Still, I couldn't finish it. It is a puzzle game though, so
you didn't finish it? It's only like 2 hours long, not even. I think it's like 90 minutes or something.
I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like it enough to recommend it, but it was I thought it was definitely better than Form.
Form to me was at least like coherent the whole time. It had an idea and it followed through with it. I feel like Twilight Path didn't know what it wanted to be. It was taking inspirations from all over the place and didn't really nail any of the inspirations. So I give it a thumbs down, man. It's like at best a $5 game. It feels incomplete, and I think a lot of the puzzles seemed like they were ripped straight out of Form. So not really interested. All right, Until You Fall for $16.24 instead of $24.99.
I got to give this a big thumbs up. It is a cool synthwave brawler sword fighting game, melee combat, great style, oozes style. It looks beautiful for the most part. It doesn't look beautiful, but it looks really, really good.
Has a nice
really
style.
Colorful.
Yeah,
and it's got dope music. It's got excellent AI, I think, and like the boss is like, I remember the boss of the game reminds me of like something like a boss you'd fight in like Devil May Cry. So I really love that about it. But yeah, for $16, I'm going to give a big thumbs up.
This is one of my favorite games of last year. Probably top 3 favorite games of last year. And they just absolutely killed it with this. And it seems like from every angle we're hearing, it does sound like that they are going to be bringing more content to it at some point. And man, it already feels so worth it at $25. It's just insanely good. It's one of those where you start off and you die within the first 5 minutes, and you're like, and some of the reason that you get better and are able to last longer is because of the power-ups and the things that you're picking up in the field. But a big part of why you keep lasting longer is because you're getting better at the game, and that's such an amazing feeling. They really nailed something that a lot of other games haven't nailed. It's one of the best games you can own for $17 for sure.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Next, we've got Wild Turkey Hunter VR, $4.99, or with place. Wait. If you have PS Plus, it's not $4.99, it's $3.99.
No, No, this is
The savings, though, Brian. The savings.
I was never able to kill a turkey. I played for 2 hours. I was just wandering around, and I'd see one. I tried to kill it, and it ran away. I hate this game so much.
It's
Wild
pretty bad.
Turkey
It's
Hunter.
one of the worst games ever. You can definitely play something better in Dreams or make something better in Dreams. And it was fun watching Ryan from the VR grid play this and lose his mind slowly.
Did he ever kill a turkey? Did he succeed
I don't
where
think
I
so.
failed?
It was kind of like just watching somebody slowly descend into madness. Like it was interesting. It was good, like scientific study.
And then finally, Wipeout Omega Collection for $10 instead of $20. Again, this is just one of the best games out there. One of the best racing games. Just one of the best looking games visually. It doesn't even matter which console you're on. Even on the OG, it looks fantastic.
Yeah,
They worked magic here.
yeah. If you want to boot up a game and just every single time, hopefully you picked this up when it was free. It does go on sale for less, but I mean, it's Wipeout Omega Collection. It's like everything you said. One of the best racers, one of the most beautiful, best looking games in VR, and yeah, super fun time. Big yes from me.
AJ, did you know it's your turn for 20 questions?
I did not, because here it says Dave.
Yeah, I know.
Wait,
it's like we do what we can.
Hold
do.
on.
Yeah.
I had one though. I had one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, while you're going through your paperwork, let me explain how this works, guys. I'm a contestant. AJ is the host. He's thinking of a PlayStation VR game. We have 20 yes or no questions to figure out what game that is. Now, everybody in the chat, I'm going to need your help because, as it turns out, although I've played every single PSVR game there is, I still suck at this game big time. So I'm going to need your infinite wisdom out there to help me out. We're going to put a 6-minute timer up on the screen from Timertopia. I love this counter. I really do. And you tell me, AJ, when you are ready.
Okay, give me just 1 minute. Give me 30 seconds.
I'm going to put a 30-second timer up on the screen from Timertopia.
I wrote it down. I swear I wrote it down.
Okay.
Tornado, what are you doing?
Oh, I remember. I remember what it was.
All
I'm
right,
ready.
write it down. Don't forget.
Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Where the hell did the timer go?
We go. I was like, what? What happened?
Hold on a second.
I'm so glad I remember the one I wanted.
Good. I'm glad you did too, because
Yes.
here we go. There's the timer. All right.
Magic the Game Cat says it's perfect. No, it's not perfect. You guys lose.
Hey. Is it a horror game?
No.
Not a horror game. Does it have a sci-fi theme?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Sci-fi game. Well, guys, we're off to a great start. Love Ballad Poppy with the $2 tip says, I can't get DualSense to work on Dreams in VR. Dude, DualSense doesn't work on Dreams in VR. You need a DualShock 4 motion support. Very important. Okay, Sci-Fi.
It wouldn't work for that either.
Does it have move support?
No.
No move support. Aim support?
No.
Okay, well, that pretty much takes us to a DualShock 4 sci-fi game. Okay. Is it playable on the flat screen as well?
No, that's 5.
Okay. Not flat. Did this developer make other VR games?
Yes.
Yeah. This is ruling out lots of the suggestions in the chat, guys, so it can't be the assembly, it can't be the persistence.
I thought Assembly was made by End Dreams, who made
Yeah,
other games.
but assembly has move support.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't recommend playing it with move support because it only doesn't have full locomotion. Loading Human Chapter 1. That's a good guess. Except that it has move support. Robinson is sci-fi, and that doesn't have move support, but we've had it before. Let's see. Is there combat in this game?
I'm gonna say no.
No combat. We're off and running on the Robinson train, guys.
Not really. I mean, technically there is, but no. I would just say no. You're not gonna guess it because of combat.
Shades of Grey Matter asks if you can pilot a vehicle.
Ooh, that's a tough question. I'm gonna give you a pass on that one. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say a vehicle, pilot a vehicle. I'm gonna give you a pass on that one because it's kind of, but mostly no.
Mostly
Don't
no.
pilot a vehicle.
Okay. Interesting. Solaris has combat. Astrobot. Is it third person?
No.
Okay, that gets rid of Astrobot, guys.
8.
Are there any survival elements in this game?
There are survival elements in this game.
Ooh. Okay. Now, I do want everybody to know that Solaris Project does have move support, so that can't be it.
Solus Project.
Did I say the Solaris Project?
Yes.
God damn it.
Blame FCE again.
Yeah, well, people were also suggesting Solaris, so it's throwing me off. Baby hands. That's awesome. Okay, so there are survival elements. DualShock 4, Sci-Fi. This developer's made other games. We've got 2.5 minutes left. How many questions are we up to?
You're on 9. You're on your 10th question.
Okay, we've got plenty of time here. Plenty of questions. We can't. You said you cannot play this in flat screen, so there goes Trover. It's also not third person. Survival elements, guys. Let's think about this.
Keep guessing. I keep guessing categories and stuff. Keep trying to narrow that down.
Well, we know it's sci-fi, in that there's not. What was the combat question? Not combat.
I basically said no. Yeah,
not
no
really.
combat.
Not really combat. All right. Do you Shades of Grey Matter? Do you have a robot companion?
No.
Okay. Four. Okay. Is it? Does it have like an esports vibe?
An esports vibe?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Is it exploration based?
A little bit. No, mostly no though.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
12.
Red Matter has move support, no DualShock 4 support. Detached is good, but it doesn't have move support either, which is shocking. And it actually fills all of these criteria. Is this game terrible for people with motion sickness?
It is pretty terrible for people. I guess.
Are you an astronaut in this game?
I don't know. Not yes, sure. Why not?
Is it detached?
It is detached.
Nice.
Good job, Seymour. Seymour GameCat said it first, but
Nice.
good on you guys for reiterating that.
Good job, Seymour GameCats. Man, that was
Detached, right? Old school right there, baby. Oh, I
Old
love
school.
Detached so much.
It is really, really good for sure.
I love that. What an experience that is.
Good job, everybody. Good job.
Good job.
All right, guys, we got to get out of here. Another long show in the books. We're gonna stop making a habit of this, but we love hanging out with you guys so much. So it's always tough to say goodbye, and I'm gonna make it real tough to say goodbye by listing all the people we like to thank, and that is Miles Dive for doing our Instagram account. We also get SciFiGamecatHenry for making all the timestamps in this show after the fact. We got Jay Meow who does our website, and now this on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So make sure you find us on your streaming service of your choice, because it's on plenty of other ones too. What else? We got all the moderators who keep the chat in check. We also get the moderators who keep the Discord in check. So make sure you join us over on Discord. Click the link in the description below. Also, guys, so much love for all the people out there who donated and keeping the lights on, keeping the show running. We can't do it without you, for real. I don't know if you understand that, but we really can't. And we love you so much for hanging in there with us and supporting the show. Thank you to everybody who hung out in the chat. And thank you, of course, everybody who sat back, watched the show, didn't say a goddamn word. We know you're out there. Numbers don't lie. We love you just as much. Make sure you subscribe to AJ over at PSVR Underground. My name's Brian Powell from PSVR Without Parole. Let's cue the cat.
You're the cat, Brian, because I want to say, guys, tomorrow have a great fracking good time because Frack is released for those who bought the standard edition. Bob Zarkoff, the Underground Day Station Game Cat, lead us to the late night squad of the house. Scott Jesco, PSN Harrifeld, PSVR Game Cat for life. Thank you so much, man. Guys, son, you fist bump to you. Old Darth, Johnny Wright Pop the Straight Cat, Justin Cassidy, GC13 Tonight, Pepsi Cat. Thank you for tuning in. Age of Gray Matter, LC2552 Beats, the musical Game Cat. You still out in the countryside, homie? What you doing? Tom, you have a great day as well. Magic, the Game Cat. Good to see my friend. Time to play with Game Cats. Tax refund. The Decalogue defines right and wrong. Game Cat. Unconditional malice. I love that name. First Contact Entertainment. Thank you so much for dropping all those keys to our lovely community. That is very, very kind of you. Gabriel 004, the 04. The license Meow Game Cat. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Mark Pringles Leaf, good to see you. Flame Hat, Game Cat, Mr. Game Cat, Canaveral, Justin Cassidy, love to you as well. Hashtag facts says peace. You amazing cats. Good enough, close enough. X-Pacer X. Could have sworn it was Good Dog, Bad Dog. Twitcher, the single player Game Cat, thank you so much. Miles Dyer, great job with that Instagram, man. Keep it up. Stingray X, take it easy as well. Seymour Game Cat said, yo, it was on sale earlier. I almost bought it. It is a sign you must now buy. Detached and enjoy. Yeah. Andrew Bailey says the final and stuff scores are in with Brian at 2 and AJ winning by a Game Cat whisker with 3.
Not
yes,
bad.
I'm the champion. I will never be defeated. Jason Ewing, Sergeant Posse, told you it was Wipeout. Go Green and Game On. Yeah. Nike Alexandria, the Game Cat, Ian Stambridge. Guys, thank you so much. Emily Baxter, hashtag the Game Kitten. Ben Dawson, Philip Rabchin, congrats on winning the key. Baka no Inu Chan. Hey, good to see you. Actually was asking about Detached as well. Was onto it. Guys, have a wonderful weekend. I'm sorry. Have a wonderful rest of the week. We will see you on Friday. Game time.
We love you guys. Meow meow.
Meow.